Good to go. This round of 32 picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. For boosted same-game parlays to live and game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Bet 100, get 100 over at WynnBet.com or download the WynnBet app and start winning today. State restrictions apply.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green, with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Excellent job working through the adversity, Sean.
I power through all adversity. Joining us, a man who, well, he finds his own adversity. Colby Dant, aka the Dantivist. What's up, Colby?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
Well, we had some adversity. Of course, our service at the Plaza was horrific.
Oh.
Shout out to them. Like I said to the server multiple times, I've been in Las Vegas, visiting Las Vegas 20 years. Hands down, the worst service I've ever gotten. And they go, okay. So they don't really care. Joining us here to talk college basketball, Moneyline Mack. What's up, Mack?
Doing good, man. I bet a lot of first half unders today, but you know what the lock today was? Over 17.5 beers for Moneyline Matt.
Yes, if only we could put some side bets on the on our company in general on alcohol consumption, that would be a lead pipe lock.
I'm thinking the under with that service. I think you had to go elsewhere to get that. Where'd you get those 17 beers?
We're fairly tuned up, and this was even with, imagine service where you're getting a beer an hour, and they're barely. Again, we're tuned up, but even that with their service was pretty crazy.
I would say it wasn't even so much that the service was bad, more than it was non-existent.
Yes.
Like it wasn't like they were like.
I would say that's bad.
No.
But yes.
Well, you know what I mean? Like it was like null. Like the fact this wasn't a large space. This was not a large space, and quite frankly, I said frankly again, it wouldn't have been very hard to feed. All right, so here's the breakdown. One, these motherfuckers outsource things. And so the restaurant, this bar was not actually part of the casino. So they had, when you ordered food, they were just ordering it for fucking room service.
The room service. It's like I could order a room service pizza.
I mean,
and I would get my order right, and I would get plates. Like they didn't even get. This was where I really drew the line. Again, I'm not a diva. But when I order a fucking pizza and you're gonna charge me per slice on a full pizza, all right, sure, $64 for a pizza. Okay, I'll hear you out. But can you bring me some plates and some goddamn napkins? They gave us a pizza in a box and a tray of like cardboard that you would use for wings. I love wings, but I ordered a pizza. What are we doing here, people?
One of my favorite moments is when the manager owned it and did nothing to improve it. Your service has been absolutely terrible. I agree. Right?
Yes, that was what drove me crazy. Right? So many times I go, listen, man, I like you. He goes, you're cool. And I go, yeah, I agree. You're cool as well. I go, I've been coming to Vegas for 20 years. This is hands down the worst service I've ever had in Las Vegas.
I agree.
He goes, I agree.
Like he's been with you for the past 20 years. Okay. And then he goes, all right, sir, here's your bill. Right? Now, doesn't do anything like, hey, can I get you another pizza? Let me try another pizza. You know what? Have a whiskey on me.
I didn't even want another pizza.
He just
trust
owns
me.
It, though.
The last thing I want is more pizza from the Plaza.
I respect him because he goes, I agree. Mm-hmm. And then he owned that. Like I think he thought in his mind that might be time to punt. Might be time to punt.
Well,
This is a 4th and 30.
It's funny 'cause-
4th and 30, punt the ball.
I don't want to completely derail the episode because we'll never get to the picks.
Yes.
But we were having a conversation about corporate bureaucracy before we got on air, and it reminds me a lot about my time where, like, when someone would screw up, it would just be like, "Oh, you're right. So we're gonna need to. We should collect some feedback to find out what we can do better. Oh yeah, she was a new girl. She doesn't know how to get a bucket of beers. A bucket of beers took 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like a bucket of beers.
Yeah. You twist off. These aren't beers on draft. These are bottled beers. You twist off the
45
Bud Lights
minutes
or the
to
Coors
bring
Lights.
3 bottles of beer. Hey, we're going to talk about the amazing run of the, crazy day of gambling. And, of course, if you're betting big, you got to do it over at WynnBet, baby. Bet big. Win even bigger, of course. You go to WynnBet.com or download the WynnBet app. And, of course, you hit the longest parlay of the week. You get a $1,000 free bet courtesy of WynnBet.com. Bet big, win even bigger. March Madness, NBA, NHL, even the XFL. Whatever it is, WynnBet has you covered. Bet big, win even bigger. WynnBet.com or download the Wynn Betting app. And of course, offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where play through WynnBet as well. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Sean, can I
Yes.
can I crowbar in something? Because look,
If it's about how Daniel Snyder is
yeah,
is
So
an
the media
owner
is
that's
beating
not
up
as
on
bad
him.
as the other owners, no one wants to hear that
Yeah,
discussion. but yes.
he doesn't have any buried bodies that I know of. But hold on, no.
that you know.
The service was so bad that we didn't even lead in with a 16 seed beating a 1.
Yes, the service was so bad it overshot FDU winning against Purdue.
Only happened twice ever.
It's
This is
only
the
happened
second
twice
time
ever. Both times we have been out in Vegas for these crazy upsets. But I feel like the 16-1 seed wasn't that crazy of an upset. Like
It's the same conversation we had about Princeton. They weren't outmatched.
no,
It almost had sprinkles
I
of Florida Gulf Coast.
I was on the idea of fading Purdue. I thought it would happen in the round 32, maybe Sweet 16. But God bless them, they fucked it up in the first round.
And
Kramer, what's your thought on Purdue?
Wait, but Fairleigh
real-
Dickinson didn't even win their
Yeah,
conference.
they did.
No.
Yeah.
They're lucky they kept
Mary
Mary Mack
Mack.
out.
Yeah.
I just saw this on social media. Shout out to a friend of the program, Cash Juno, for tagging us in this. But it's a picture of the whiteboard in the Purdue locker room. And I don't want to tease it, but there might be a hole in it. I think not only do we not lead off with another spectacular upset by a small private school in New Jersey. Why did they keep Rutgers? They were scared of Rutgers. New Jersey is taking over March Madness. We didn't even, Sean, you didn't wish everyone happy St. Patty's Day.
I didn't. Happy St. Patrick's
And
Day. I'm wearing green. Kramer, who hates Irish people, is known Italian. Colby, again,
I'm wearing green, Sean, but
no, you're not wearing green.
I am wearing green.
I'm giving you a
Pinch.
pinch.
Have it in there. Get off me. Don't touch me with your stupid NFL owner take. All right? Get out of here.
I like the organization.
I will
NFL's
say,
done a good
the
job.
thing that concerned me the most today, as we were getting this horrible service and Sean was getting more and more intoxicated, is very simply this. These piece of shit people. I mean, this is essentially corporate gambling tangential.
Yes.
So they're on the fucking train tracks now. They ruined St. Patrick's Day.
They did.
For our own Sean Green, who, of course, everyone knows is
Trying to
Irish.
have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Which, by the way, a couple people
I'm your
reached out.
leprechaun.
A couple people reached out. They wanted me to let you know that it's Bill Raftery. And I said, no big deal. It's just his Irish accent. He can't help it. So yeah, they ruined St. Patrick's Day. They didn't really ruin the games, but they also, now we've buried one of the funniest things that's happened to me in Vegas ever, down to the fourth lead. We sit in, all right. So to set the stage, we're in one of these in one of these lounges to watch the game. We have this big kind of horseshoe couch setup, and half of it is us, and half of it are these older gentlemen who are there early when the thing opens, just like us, of course, because we're old as well. And I sit down next to this bald gentleman, and he's got like a grin on his face. We're talking. He's betting the unders.
Hold on. Let's do an age demographic here. If we had to guess, like probably what's 58,
he told me
65.
He told you his age.
He's 60.
Okay.
In his 60s. Well, and you can tell, like, him and his buddies, they're having a good time. They're betting the games. He bet all the unders accidentally. He meant to bet the first half unders, but he bet the full game unders, so that was fun. And he bet every
He's killing it,
He bet
probably.
every dog and every under. So he was coming in with some level of awareness to the situation. Little did we know that he was coming in with like 6-degree black belt situational awareness. He looks over at me and he goes, "Hey guys, you look like you're cool. Just so we're cool, there's a couple girls that are gonna be coming by, and I don't know them, if you know what I mean." And I'm like, "Oh," and he proceeds to then show me pictures of them and tell me that, you know, it's important to have redundancy, because if one of the ladies that you hire to come hang out with you and maybe go up to your hotel room doesn't show and flakes, you have backup plans. All right, so this is the groundwork. He then comes over and tells us a couple dirty jokes. He then tells us like a racy a joke where he first goes, "Hey, what religion are you guys?" Just to check he wasn't.
Always a red flag.
He wasn't going to offend us.
Well, Ryan, you're talking about it, and shout out to Sword Vitality. Again, he's in his 60s. You might be in your 40s, 30s, whatever it is. If you have trouble getting an erection, no, you don't need any sort of shame. All you need is Sword Vitality. They got you covered. Increase the blood flow in ways that help you thrive as a man in the bedroom. Sword Vitality can increase your stamina.
You have to know when to come.
And again, you don't need to hide it. If you're having a little trouble to get the third leg going, get it riled up for a big game, maybe you're down to your Final Four, whatever it is. If you need Sword Vitality, it's not a big deal. All you got to do is go to swordvitality.com. Use that promo code SGPN. They got you covered for a nice discount at checkout. That's swordvitality.com. Promo code SGPN.
Once again, we learned that the Irish can perform well with loads of whiskey in their system. Nice read, Sean.
Thank you.
So all right, so we set the stage. We're friends with these people at this point, and we're here we go. He's like, all right, we got the first. He's telling me how he's trying to schedule them staggered, so just in case they both do show up, he doesn't have a situation. So the first one, and then he also tells me he doesn't fuck around with the young girls, that 40 is the perfect age. So the girl shows up.
He's got a system.
Seems like
Oh, this guy had multiple systems.
He had a lot of systems. And again, like I said, situational awareness through the roof. So the girl shows up completely, seems like a nice girl, hangs out for a little bit.
And I almost feel bad for her because she showed up. She's like, hey, I'm just doing my job being a prostitute. She doesn't realize that the five guys next to her client have been just sitting there waiting like, wait, who's the prostitute that's going to show up?
He was also socializing with the other table.
Oh, yeah. So probably, you're right, Ryan. I probably undershot. It's probably like 10 guys that were just like, is this 60-year-old guy really going to bring two plus prostitutes to his table?
So the girl shows up. He hangs out, gets her a drink, which never comes. And ironically, and then they disappear for a bit. They
have to know when to come.
The drinks didn't come, Sean. I said, please
no,
pay.
No,
please
I said the drinks.
The words I say are very important. It's important you pay attention. So he then comes back solo, wearing different clothes. Yeah. So he's now done. He's prostitute number one and wardrobe change number one, and he looks like the Joker just slit his fucking cheeks. He's smiling so hard. And he sits down and he looks around the room and he's basically just, he wants to make sure we all know that some good shit just happened. And of course, our friend of the program, Dick Olson, was there. So what happened? First thing, because I didn't mention this, but the older gentleman did mention that the girl was going to be a squirter. So, of course, Dick Olson
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Dick Olson will show a picture of his own asshole to a random stranger. Leans over to this man.
He's a character.
Leans over to this guy and he goes, how wet was it? I kid you not. The only person on the planet who wouldn't have immediately responded with laughter was this guy. He smiled and he goes, it was excellent. He goes, well, did it smell like Dick Olson wants to know the dirty details? He said, it was very clean. Anyway, so the situation passes. He's very happy. He finally gets some of the stuff he ordered before he went to go have prostitute one shows up. And then guess what? Man disappears again. Now, at this point, his friends then come over and like, hey, guys, we're going to buy you some shots for putting up for our friends.
They did offer that.
Yes.
No, they bought us shots.
They did offer them, and we did take them.
Do you not remember the shots? We took shots. All right, so we take the shots. He disappears again. And so I go over to his friend. And it's like, is he out smoking? What's going on? He's like, no. Second girl showed up. So neither girl flaked.
It's like an 80s sitcom.
Sean, if you could hit the sword effect again, because, I mean, back to
he's in his 60s. He might need some sort of vitality.
We talk about back-to-back road spots. We talk about the fatigue that traveling across the country can have on one's body. Well, this 60-year-old man clearly seemed to have no problem getting his sword in and out of the sheath.
Unsheath your sword.
All right, so he then comes back with a different set of clothes on. And
guy's changing his
and this motherfucker, his legs look like Jell-O. This guy, he's wobbling in, and then he plops down, and then he just proceeds to just watch. That's kind of the end of the story. But I mean,
sorry, Ryan, I'm watching this FAU game.
I got Memphis minus 1.5.
Oh, we're on different sides.
Hey, real quick to intertwine everything together. So Sean's losing his mind on the service, and he comes back from girl number 2.
Oh, that's right.
Not Sean.
That's right.
Not Sean, but
Oh,
No. The other guy.
Yeah.
And Sean's talking, and the other guy just
checking our tickets.
He's been gone for what? An hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and he goes, yeah, the service been awful. Give us our money back. He's been gone for 3 hours.
He immediately was like, "Oh yeah, I need to get into this. I'm feeling on cloud fucking nine."
He was ready to start doing.
So that happened, and so shout out to that guy. He does have he could be a listener now, Sean. We did make a friendship there. So pretty.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
All right. That was fun. You want to talk games? You want to recap anything?
Go.
Is there anything else we want to touch on?
I mean,
pretty chalky day. All right, you want to wrap the unders up?
Yeah, where are we at with the first half unders?
All right, so after a roller coaster of a weekend, first 4 were 1-3. For Thursday, 10-5-1. Today, Friday, 7-8-1. Good for 18, 16, and 2 against the spread. 52.94%. So barely clear of the line.
We're hanging around. Got a couple left.
Oh, yeah. We got to pose. We're getting.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, our photographer's here to take some shots.
Look, there we go.
Awesome work. Great shot. We'll need a copy of that. Thank you.
Future star.
There we go. So once again, Sean, I got to be honest. Part of me was kind of hoping for a 500 finish because that's never happened before. But
no, I mean it's one of those things. Again, the first half unders are lifestyle choice. You got to go in for the rest of your life. You can't just dabble for like a couple plays on one day. You got to go in or go all out.
I got a Memphis minus 1.5 and a 2 shot.
And when it was 2-5-1, I did, Sean, do something very degenerate. I sprinkled a very small amount on the largest round robin parlay I've ever made, an 8-teamer all the way. I made 247 bets or whatever it is. And it's going to pay off nice. It was 2-5-1 at that point, 7-8-1 now. So, yeah, I mean, look, 18, 6-2 again, barely profitable.
Hit this!
Colby's watching Memphis. I got Florida Atlantic plus 1.5.
We're live sweating the end of this Memphis Florida FAU game.
We're going to give out the picks for Sunday before we do that. Again, I got Vegas voice. Admit it. You can deny your Vegas voice or you can embrace it, much like I'm embracing the awesome sunglasses I'm rocking right now in the studio, a.k.a. my Shady Rays. That's right. Again, if it's Vegas, honestly, normally when I'm going to Vegas, I'm like, I'm not even going to bring my sunglasses. I'm worried they're going to get broken. They're going to get scratched. Someone's going to take them. But if you lose your pair or even break them day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. Are you kidding me? No questions asked. I love that return policy. wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase again. And then free return within 30 days. Shady Rays. Just look at me. Look at me right now.
You're hot, dude.
I've had cocktails. I've won some bets. I've lost some bets. But I've also won more.
You've argued with management?
Wait. I'm confused.
I've told them. I told the customer service. I go, what are you doing with your life? What right now? What are you doing with your life? We only have so many hours. You're born. You're alive. How many hours do you have for the rest of your life? And you're gonna waste them not bringing out my chicken wings or Coors Light. What are you doing? What are we doing? Or what are you doing? If you're gonna be out and about in town and you're not going to be rocking your Shady Rays, you're doing yourself a disservice. ShadyRays.com, promo code SGPN. They got you covered. We're talking 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades related 5 stars or more over rated. Sorry, over 200,000 people. That's ShadyRays.com, promo code SGPN. Again, you like sunglasses, you're listening to this, do us a solid. Go to ShadyRays.com, promo code SGPN.
So much like our bald friend, we didn't see him get to the third leg of the race.
No.
You performed well for the first two. Last thing we forgot to tell you about our older gentleman friend. He also was going to run it back tomorrow. He's playing golf, him and 2 of his buddies. But they're playing in a sixsome because he got a companion for each one of them to do stuff on the golf course, which, to be honest, that's something I didn't even think you could. Didn't even know that was on the table. All right, let's and real fun. Sean mentioned customer service, and part of the way you can. Oh my goodness!
Oh yes, FAU stole it. FAU.
No.
9 seconds left.
Get that. Timeout.
Jump ball. Jump ball, they called it.
Wow. Who's got possession?
It's possession, FAU.
Shit.
Let's go. FAU plus 1.5.
They're going to lose by 1.
That's why you got to go to youtube.com and hit smash that subscribe button.
This is killer,
Let's
dude.
go,
This
baby.
is killer.
YouTube.com.
That's the only thing left in a parlay.
While we sweat this, Sean, who does like his customer service battles, I know that he was in such a war with management earlier that it was reported back to me that he was sharing the Juan from Walgreens story to one of our friends. So it must have really, really hit him. All right.
Someone asked. I'm not gonna pretend like Juan from Walgreens was a great customer service person.
Not suggesting you should. Should we conclude the end of this sweat before we start the picks?
Yes, because this is killing me.
I
here.
got FAU
they
plus
called
1.5.
timeout. He's got sole possession and he calls timeout.
The winner plays fair, Dick.
Yeah.
This is going to cost me, guys. I have a parlay with the final leg, Memphis -2.
We picked it FAU plus 2.
One other funny thing that happened today, and I'm not. I honestly don't remember if it was Moneyline Mack or Noah. I think it was Noah. But at some point, someone came to me and was like, "Hey, just FYI, like Sean has said the same thing to me 3 times in a row."
Who said that?
It wasn't me.
See, Moneyline Mac knows who's talking. Who said I was repeating myself?
Dick Olson.
I'm just saying that it was more of a out of kindness, but it also wanted to kind of really paint the picture with some really depth, like deep colors to how intoxicated Sean was earlier.
I can't believe they fucking gave it up. He calls timeout. They're not grabbing. This is a timeout. Memphis ball, right? Am I just biased?
This is
right
going to
here?
take a while. Let's pick the first game.
Let's
Pick the first 4, and then we'll have some others.
Yeah, exactly. Columbus, Ohio, East Region matchup between the 7 and 2 seed. Michigan State takes on Marquette. Marquette's only -3 here, -145 on the money line. Michigan State plus 125, 141.5 is the total. Feels a little bit like both of these teams have caught their own fair share of relative disrespect. Marquette keeps getting it done, and yet it does seem like not many people were eyeballing them as a team that could come out of the region. Meanwhile, which, by the way, their 1 seed is gone. And meanwhile, Michigan State, Tom Izzo, I know I threw some shade at him, but it always is fun to lean back into that angle of short turnaround Tom Izzo. But I got to be honest, Sean, and I'll let you start because it's Michigan State which, by the way, Michigan State fans always are in Vegas in numbers. It's Michigan State. Their color is green, and it's St. Patrick's Day today. So, Sean, tell us all why you're going to take Michigan State plus the points.
No, I mean, even watching the Marquette Shaka after they won that game, they were celebrating. They were celebrating way too much for a team that was just moving on to 32. And again, like, if you're celebrating, then you're going to be a 3-point favorite against a team with a legendary head coach like Tom Izzo. Are you kidding me? Dude, they were going nuts. They were like, yeah, no one thought we could win this game. Damn it. You're Marquette. Colby's reacting to Florida Atlantic winning.
Oh, my God. My whole bracket's fucked.
Florida Atlantic wins 66-65.
Terrible defense. How do you give up a layup?
Ooh.
Fuck all my tickets. I'm out of here. Let's get out of Vegas, guys. Fuck this.
Yeah,
Colby's going to leave Las Vegas. He's going to start his
That's gone.
Start his campaign to save Dan Snyder. I think
that's gone.
I think Tom Izzo is a good head coach, and I was dying.
You would support Tom Izzo after that. We know what happened at Michigan State, but you're on board with the NFL owners, Sean. All right, that makes sense. All right.
I like the NFL as
You think the owners are all class, straight A people.
If I walk around, in the office, I just go, who's the greatest people in the world? The NFL.
Roger Goodell, our commissioner.
Yeah.
Our commissioner.
All jokes aside,
great guys.
Michigan State
Sean,
as a dog, I think is a great spot.
How do we salute our commissioner? Is it like one of these?
Yeah. I think it's like a Hitler thing, right?
No.
Right?
3-point.
That's a little dangerous, Sean.
No,
you're drunk. You might get the wrong angle, and people could get the wrong idea.
Again, to clarify, if anyone's confused, I hate Hitler. I like the National Football League, and I like Tom Izzo here catching 3 points. If you got a problem with that, hit me at Sean T. Green. That's my take. Colby, what do you got?
Well, my tickets are burning up over here, but I do agree with you, Sean, but I do not agree that, this institution might not be the greatest institution. But I will say I think they get it done on the Moneyline. Marquette's young and dumb, and you know what happens when they're young and dumb, all right? They struggle a little bit. Second round of the tournament, they did celebrate. I think you're right, and I think Michigan State can pose some problems. They're a veteran team, and really, surprisingly, Michigan State, much better defense. You would think Marquette, won the Big East regular season, won the Big East tournament, but Michigan State has been the better defensive team all year. Now, yes, you could say Marquette's been the better offensive team, but I believe defense travels in the NCAA tournament. So give me Sparty to get it done on the money line.
Moneyline Mack. You're rocking a beautiful shirt from the store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Shout out to Jake. You're rocking the over under 17.5 beers. I'm sure you would have, locked up the over had it not been for our shady service, but I still think you powered through and found a way. Hashtag Merrill Hodge, gentleman over here. What do you got on this? 3 to me, I'm still taking Michigan State, but possibly are you on Marquette?
No, I'm going to find a way. I found a way today like Tom Izzo will. And, I like the veteran guards of Michigan State against the young guards of Marquette here. Quick turnaround. Games in Columbus, Big Ten country. I think Sparty gets it done on the money line, gets it back to the Sweet 16.
I'm with you. And quick sidebar. If we had to pick, I know we're giving out picks for Sunday, but for Saturday, let's say we were in, hypothetically, a eliminator pool. I was eliminated. In one pool, I did pick Purdue for my second pick, which I'm fine losing with Purdue. I didn't think it would go far. I didn't think it would lose in the round one. I'm in a pool with my brother. I would have taken Purdue, but it was on a New Jersey sports book where they didn't allow you to take Purdue. So he took Creighton. Thank God, lock it up, one of my locks. Who would you take going into Saturday if you had to for an eliminator pool? Kramer? I'll let you go first. We got Maryland, Alabama.
Do you want my pick for the Michigan State game first?
Oh, well, did you not give that out yet?
He just assumed you were a Larry Nassar guy, just like him.
I'm a hard fan on the Big Ten.
Yes.
Give me Marquette.
All right.
And I like that they're going to be a contrarian play here with a short number.
Okay.
Catching a lot of disrespect. And by the way, my very unique bracket that has Memphis in the final game.
Crush.
Nobody gives a shit about my bracket. As far as the eliminator pick,
how's Memphis looking?
It's not ideal. I think they're still reviewing that play though, so maybe there's a chance. Eliminator pick for me. I mean, don't you have to look at taking something like? I guess I would probably say Alabama.
Let's say hypothetically you already took Alabama.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Then hypothetically, have you already taken UCLA?
No, but I'm hypothetically saving you.
Oh, okay. So you want to punt on something? Texas.
No, he should go Missouri. He should go Missouri because they're playing Princeton.
I tried to talk my brother into
FAU.
Missouri. We'll get to that.
No.
By the way, Jay Billis talked me out of Duke being in the Final Four. I can, as you can see here, and they would have probably been the team to go into the championship. Jay Billis talked me off his own.
Well, Jay Billis on a heater with his Arizona to win it all. Noah, what do you got? Marquette, Michigan State.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hi, thanks for joining the show.
Did Sean forget about you, Noah?
Yeah,
No, I didn't forget about him. I'm the only guy who's talked to him on the show.
Christ.
It's a different Big Ten this year, guys. We've already got 4 teams in the second round, about to be 5
What
with
do you
Indiana
mean?
up 12 with 16
the one
to
seed,
go.
though, just lost to a fucking
We've
16.
got more teams in the second round than we've had in past 2 tournaments. So
This guy, you should be a politician with that fucking take.
Kevin Warren over
All right?
there.
all right, easy enough for me. Tom Izzo over Shaka Smart. Give me Michigan State on the money line. They move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Noah's take.
All right. Are you gonna? Are we finishing your Survivor bit?
Yeah.
You ready?
No, I'm just trying to engage the audience.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you have your pick?
Is Noah going to run for governor of Michigan?
Hopefully, that would
Can we
give us
get
a lot of
clean
pulling.
water in Michigan, Noah?
Hoosiers fans want me to run for governor for
I'd
Indiana.
vote for you. All right.
San Diego State is my Survivor play if you're following at home.
All right.
No one is.
I was following at home, so thanks for letting me know. Next up, 11th, a clean sweep. No, I saved the Discord from getting an early pick. Give me Marquette. All right, next up we have the 11 seed Pittsburgh. So eat shit, Pitt.
Pitt's been great so far this tournament.
I do
right,
feel
Mack?
bad for Moneyline Mack here. They're playing Xavier, the 3 seed, laying 5, minus 210 on the money line, plus 180 for Pittsburgh. 153.5 is the total. This game is being played in North Carolina. Pitt seems to be getting it done, and what they did to Iowa State today should make Iowa State ashamed of themselves. These teams that just don't know how to play basketball. And real quick, I want to recap this because we discussed this heavily on the Commandment Show, Sean. But the list of the teams we told you were fade teams based on the Ken Pom
Purdue, definitely.
unbalanced. Baylor, okay,
Yep.
they're still alive. Iowa, gone. Missouri, still alive for now. Miami, still alive for now. Penn State, still alive for now. Then Providence, Iowa State, Mississippi State, VCU, and Northwestern. So let's see how many of those make it to the Sweet 16.
Is Missouri going to win the national championship? I feel like they are.
Well, I certainly think the region of Purdue has gotten a little bit easier. Look, Pittsburgh, Xavier, this is a 5-point spread. Xavier got it done late, and Colby nailed it to a T. It took the experience to stay composed, bring it all the way back.
I said Kennesaw will be up at half. They'd be leading late in the game. Xavier will make enough plays. They're experienced.
I'm starting to wonder if I should be disregarding Moneyline Mack's opinion on Pitt and West Virginia game.
He might be biased, right?
Like
I think we're picking that up.
Like I do with Colby and ECU.
Colby even drilled the Sule boom dagger too.
Yeah.
Free
That-
throws
No,
at the line.
and I like what Pitt's done. Like Pitt is that 11 seed. They got the play and win.
I think
they
it
got
might be Arizona State too, but yes, both.
No, but I mean, they got that play and win. They got that first win, and now this is where they hit the wall against Xavier, who Xavier probably should have dominated even more as far as like what they're putting out there. So I'm taking Xavier -5. To me, that feels like a pretty easy.
Oh no, my friend. I think Pitt's.
You think Pitt's gonna go on a run?
Yeah, and I think Xavier doesn't play defense at such an elite level, so I think it gives opportunity for Pitt, and I think Pitt will be able to stay in this game, if not win it outright. Sprinkle some on the money line. I think Pitt is playing good basketball. I'm sorry ahead of time to my colleague co-host, but at some point, you got to read the fucking tea leaves, all right? Is that what they say? Read the tea leaves?
They don't drink tea in
something like
Pittsburgh.
that.
You know,
They eat shit, Colby. Haven't you been paying attention?
I think it's great. And I
Oh,
apologize to the
Oh,
audience.
he said
no.
I think it's great.
Moneyline Mack checking in.
I've been so good on these mid-majors, and I misread the mid-major ACC conference.
Oh.
And Pitt, this is a nice fairy tale. They should extend Jeff Capel.
Now, is
give
this
him a
reverse
lifetime-
psychology?
lifetime extension.
Buddy.
Build a statue. Because I need a cupcake every November.
But
I need an automatic win every
So,
November.
You know
We're talking-
I love you. I'm sorry. You know I love you. But right now, Arizona State's up 8 with 4 minutes left on TCU. I mean, K-State got it done. I think we got to say the ACC was better than what we thought.
No,
Just own it. Just get in there.
Yes, they were
Get
better
in
than
there.
what we thought.
Duke
Yes, I
is
said-
better than what you thought.
I said that last night. I did say that last night.
Yeah.
Arizona State's going to blow
But
us.
I will say I misread the mid-major ACC.
I
But,
like it. You're daggering.
it's nice. This Pitt story's nice, but Sean Miller is a Pitt grad. This is
true.
a personal
That
game
is
for
true.
him. Give me fucking Xavier.
Yeah, let's go. I'm with
Get
it.
that fucking Pitt shit out of here.
I like that. And honestly, I think Xavier showed a lot, right, by recovering a game that they were being badly outplayed in the first half. I think you were showing me, was it shot quality at shot? Where
Gotta make a layup.
Yeah, it was, or maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
Couldn't make
but,
a layup. You
but
shot
they,
9% from 3 too.
But they were getting. We were talking about the Pittsburgh Iowa State game, but I think I think
Iowa State did.
Yeah, the Kennesaw.
Pitt fan.
No, what are you doing in this game?
I'm going Pitt money line. It's easy.
Ooh,
Fade
there
Mack.
we
Good
go.
luck.
Eat shit.
There
Mack.
we go.
Oh,
Good luck.
Love
Hey,
that.
good
Love
luck.
that shit.
Play the Benedict music. Get on Pitt, Sean. Get on Pitt.
House the.
No, I'm taking Xavier.
Yeah,
You're gonna
me and
lose,
Xavier.
buddy.
Me and Sean are on Xavier.
You're gonna lose.
Xavier by 20.
I mean,
You're
I'm looking at my bracket, Colby. The one that you said, "Oh, this bracket's bullshit. I got to change it." Oh, Sean's got Arizona.
all I know-
Xavier survived. I'm
Sean's.
scared today.
All I know is you're looking a loss straight in the eyes right now. All right.
No, my bracket looks pretty sweet right now. I
Does
got
it? Does it? Can I
UCLA.
show this to the audience?
Yeah, sure.
How's this bracket?
It looks pretty hobo-y as
Guys.
far as presentation. But when you look at Creighton, yes. Michigan State, yes. Houston, yes. UCLA, yes. All my Final Four teams are alive and well in my bracket. Colby, how about you?
Oh, three are gone, I think, right? Well, when TCU loses, will be the third.
That's almost impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, it's impressive. Hey, you and Jay Billis, again, the guys I know
True.
that know the most about college basketball. You,
True.
Hoops Peterson, Jay Billis. So like Arizona, let's hitch your wagon to those guys.
It's only the round of 32. Let's talk in 48 hours because I got a feeling you might have a lot gone, but it's okay. Look, you made me change to different teams.
I didn't make you.
Yes, I
you
know.
saw my picks, and you
Of course.
were like, instead of going, "Hey, this is Sean." Clearly, like this guy's sharp. He knows his stuff.
You know
This is Sean sacking the money.
You know my
green.
champion-
Guy's putting decades of making college basketball picks. Yeah, sure. He doesn't follow the game like I do, but this guy has he's a knack for finding winners.
You know my
Instead
champion's
of
still
that, you
alive,
go,
right? My champion's still
Who's
alive.
your champion?
The Houston Cougars.
Well, I got 4 champions
Future
alive.
Big
It's called
12
my
team.
Final Four, Colby.
Yeah, we'll see. It's only the round of 32, buddy. All right.
It is. It's only the round of 32, and you have what? One guy moving?
Maybe 2. Look, TCU's
Maybe
only
2.
down 3. Relax, buddy. Arizona State can blow a lead at any time.
I got money on TCU. We'll see
You
if
guys
they
done
pull this off.
snorkeling down there?
Oh wow, Ryan.
I mean, it's getting ridiculous.
Oh, look at him over there.
We did a
Ryan is rocking the snorkeling gear, in spite of all our.
we
just spite of everything.
We attempted to we already figured out that no one gives a shit about your bracket, and yet here we are talking about your bracket. All right, so Sean and I are on Xavier. The rest of you guys are on Pitt.
Yep.
No.
I'm just messing with you.
Xavier by 20. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I
You're
like
gonna do this
No.
again.
I like running back.
Triple
That
down.
was-
You gotta
that was your
hammer Pitt down.
catchphrase earlier.
Triple down.
You got to hammer Pitt
Just like
down,
everybody hammered Pitt against Duke in the ACC tournament.
We
you know?
hammered Pitt against Iowa State too.
And what about Notre Dame, Noah?
They won.
What about Florida State, Noah?
Won
What
against
about West
Iowa
Virginia,
State in the
Noah?
NCAA tournament.
Huh?
That's all that matters,
Huh?
man.
I just gave you 5 examples.
Where's WVU?
And
I just gave one
I
example.
like it. It's
That
getting
shit
chippy.
picks it out of you.
It's
And
getting
I'm not even
chippy.
a Pitt fan. I'm just standing up for the
Well,
ACC.
that's
all my job
Hey,
was
that
the
is-
whole
no,
season.
no,
making
no,
the
hold
Mack
on.
stays
No,
in
I love
range.
you. I love you.
Whoa,
But
whoa,
a year
whoa,
ago,
whoa.
you told me you were a Pitt
Cole.
fan.
Yeah.
All right?
No, I didn't.
We can't have 20 people
Yeah.
talking over
You got this is what
get out of
and
control.
for
That's
those
what makes
for
it
those
fun.
who know or have ever seen them like this is exactly how they were arguing earlier while we were watching games. Worth noting, I believe they're currently experiencing shortages in toothpaste in Greensboro with this matchup. So moving along, Albany, New York. Oh, it's fogging up already. For the West region, where St. Mary's and UConn face off, chalk got through here. UConn minus 3.5, minus 170 on the money line. St. Mary's plus 145, 130.5 is the total. This line makes no sense to me. I'm once again not surprised to see me take some favorites here on the weekend of or the round of 32, the second round, whatever you like to call it. I don't want to judge. UConn, lay the points. Give me the Big East. Just going to continue right out with these.
No, I mean,
fringe.
I faded St. Mary's in the first round. They got by, but this UConn team could make a little bit of a run. I know I didn't have them going far in my bracket, but it feels like they're setting up for a decent run. And I don't know. I just didn't think I saw anything special out of that St. Mary's team that would like scare me off fading them against UConn.
We were robbed of a Gale on Gale matchup as well, thanks to UConn beating Iona. The Gales, have they ever faced each other in the tournament? That would have been a fun one. Colby?
The line doesn't make any sense, guys. It makes no sense. This game's in Albany. It's going to be an all UConn crowd. Give me St. Mary's.
What?
I don't trust Dan Hurley in the tournament. I thought they were losing to
That is a good reason to fade them.
they were losing to Iona at halftime, and I get it. They turned it on late, but St. Mary's is a lot better than Iona. Randy Bennett is one of the best coaches in this whole fucking tournament. He's going to outcoach Dan Hurley. St. Mary's wins.
All right. Just to remind everyone, the 4 teams that qualify for national championship status based on KenPom, UConn, Houston, Texas, Alabama, all still alive. And you
Moneyline
guys are
Mack,
picking
what do you
against
got?
Yeah, I hear Colby's angle about this is a trap line, but, I was impressed with UConn in the second half. I mean, I liked Iona to have a chance to win that game, and UConn just blew them out. I'm going to take the athleticism and length of UConn over St. Mary's to outlast them. I'll lay the points.
Hell yeah.
Noah, how say you?
I'm surprised Colby didn't touch on this. Ace Baldwin goes down with about 13 minutes
great
left
point.
in that game against VCU. VCU's within 4 points. They scored 9 points total without Baldwin in the final 13. St. Mary's would have probably lost that game.
Yeah, honestly,
Whoa. They were up when that happened.
No, but I'm with you.
You can't say that they probably would have lost, though.
No, I'm with Noah. Like, I wasn't super impressed with St. Mary's. And in part because VCU, I thought, like, losing Ace Baldwin
So why
changed
is
that
that
team.
line 3.5, guys?
They want
coaching
squares
angle,
like
you're
you
right.
to take
It's in
St.
Albany.
Mary's.
It's in Albany. Everyone is going to
There's
be
right.
on
There's,
UConn.
there's no UConn fans that'll be traveling to Albany.
They're
What are you
all
talking
there.
about?
Why are you saying
That's
the
UConn
opposite?
That place is
country.
not.
No,
He's saying the opposite.
Yeah.
He's saying that St. Mary's won't have the crowd. I mean, the answer is because KenPom.
But you're on St. Mary's.
Because it doesn't make sense.
You're not,
Sean.
you're not paying attention.
No, I am paying attention. I'm just pointing out that what he's saying doesn't make sense.
Ryan?
The reason it's 3.5 is because KenPom has a 3-point projection. And yeah, I think what Colby was trying to say is why is it so small, being that it's a home game for UConn. And I agree with them, and I'm not scared. Sometimes you got to dive in, like our older friend gentleman at the at the lounge today.
Oh, he dove in. Multiple press.
And sometimes maybe you'll be rewarded. Maybe that stink is just a bottle of ketchup, as we learned from Dick Olson. That's for another time.
Give me UConn, though.
Yeah. Good. Hey, way to slide in and pick the right side, Noah. Thanks. Next up, we got the 6-seed Creighton, the 3-seed Baylor in Denver, Colorado. Creighton, which, by the way, I saw multiple outlets put out like alerts on apps. The ESPN tournament app did this. That Creighton lost in the first round. They screwed that up. Creighton is catching a point here against Baylor. Minus 105 on the money line. 130.5 is the total. Minus 115 is for Baylor. Quick PSA and reminder to not play the first half on. I know people are going to play the first half. Maybe they won't play the first half unders because they weren't so good this year, but it's a first round system only. So this line being a pick'em is pretty peculiar to me. I would imagine that I think we were discussing this a little bit. Like, are we underrating Baylor potentially? This year?
But I'll also
they fucked up my gauchos.
No, they took care of your gauchos, Ryan. You and a couple other guys, and rolled up dress sleeves, dress shorts, or whatever. Dress shirts. And a couple of guys in your khakis with your formal wear, talking about, hey, we're gauchos. Hey, we're going to celebrate. We got a tasting flight lined up. Come on, guys, let's do it.
Wow.
UCSB didn't get it done.
My Final Four team still
TCU
alive.
is hanging around against Arizona State. We'll interrupt if needed. It's tied at 67 right now. It's getting interesting.
No, I mean,
but for me, real quick, I can't take Baylor. Like the unbalanced KenPom stuff as far as how bad they are with their offense. I'm going to take Creighton, and I think Creighton probably should have won by a lot more.
And that's what's always scared me about Creighton.
And maybe that's their team. But at +1, I guess I'm taking Creighton, but this is not a lock.
My original bracket that Sean's referring to, that we had the same Final Four, I had Creighton going. And
which bracket version? Just for the audience.
Yesterday's.
Okay.
Yesterday's
but is
bracket.
this the one you gave out on
ago,
the show, or is this a personal bracket?
I updated when I saw you copied my picks. And guess what?
Before I had actually announced on air. And and Colby goes, let me see your bracket. And then he goes, oh, fuck, I'm changing it.
But look, now
I got to be too cute.
Now I got to fade it because I saw, Creighton, honestly, they covered for me and my wife today on
Congrats
NC State.
to your family.
But NC State, they've been pussies since the beginning of creation, let's be honest. So I think you got to take the better coach here. Scott Drew and Baylor get it done. Lay the one, Kramer.
All right, and worth noting that the fringe contender category, that which includes elite defenses with still top 50 offenses, in UCLA, Tennessee, Kansas, St. Mary's, Creighton, Arkansas, Kansas State, and TCU. Creighton in there, obviously, but Creighton also fits that weird one that we were talking about, Sean, where the sum of the two are less than 50.
Yeah,
they're one of the teams that gets elevated into contender status.
They're in the mix, and that's why I'm hanging.
And people don't realize how close Colorado is to Nebraska.
Actually, you know what?
I know it well.
My wife just texted me saying, "Take the Blue Jays." I gotta take the Blue Jays.
Creighton,
Creighton's
Joe Bet.
Play my music.
Joe Bet.
Yeah.
So we're all in Creighton.
What do you want, Mack?
Dare you go against all your employers?
Oh yeah, give me the Cocaine Bears. This team is so
he's going Big 12.
disrespected. 3 good guards: Flagler, Pryor,
I mean,
George.
again, as far as like lock, this is my least favorite because I'm with you. Like I kind of like the Baylor. I hate this game as far as picking the ATS. Don't want any part of it. But I'm with you. Like, Baylor is underrated in a lot of ways. I mean, I'll take Creighton in the point, but it's only one.
I think.
No, am I wrong?
I get the point.
Yeah,
I get the
it's
point.
It's funny
here.
when you say it like that.
No, it's like, you're hanging on to. It's not a huge margin. I mean, talk yourself into Baylor here. I'm all ears.
And I think Scott Drew over Doug McDermott.
That's the thing that concerns me. But I take my
Doug
wife
McDermott's
over Scott Drew. So, wifey wins.
I guess I'm taking Colby's wife over Scott Drew, but again, it's immaterial on the handicap. I'm sticking with Creighton, but I see the angle on Baylor. No, what do you got?
Defense still nerves me about Baylor. UCSB was in that game up until about 6 minutes to go, and Baylor pulled away, dressed up the score. Give me Creighton. They win it on the money line. That's now 3 dogs for me.
Oh, wow, look at you flexing over there. I'm gonna
fading the Big 12.
Yeah, no,
Gotta be 5-2 here.
And no, I love you, but you can't be touting a +1 dog.
3-0 on my locks in Vegas.
3 dogs I got here.
3-0 on my locks in Vegas.
Now that's something you can tout.
yeah,
Give him a follow at Noah B.
At
Maybe I
77
messed it up.
77 NB.
77 NB.
Make your free throws,
Thanks,
TCU.
Sean.
God damn it.
yeah.
Colby's watching a game.
I got these tickets going, Sean. I got this action going right
So
here.
funny story earlier. Colby got very angry because the machine gave him the wrong bet.
Yeah.
That was really great. Where he goes, "Oh, these fucking jabrones gave me the money line." I'm doing the Italian accent.
Hold on, it was the TCU money line, meaning he instead of laying
But,
5,
yes.
he only took the money line.
That one only wins 12.
But better than losing, Colby.
He went back and placed a new
Yeah,
bet,
I
and
did.
we met
I got it.
two
I got
guys
it.
that were pretty cool. And
Oh,
then
wow.
At the
Okay.
back of the bar,
But-
they were like the guys leading
They
the
were
race
Arizona
to 15s.
State fans, so fuck them.
Yeah,
Uh,
they were leading.
yeah.
They were leading the race to 15s, which were some of the best clips today.
No, the race to 15, and we may be locking in on a new trend moving forward. It feels
All
like
dogs.
everyone's hopping on the first half unders, and they've been. What was the total first half unders, Ryan?
18, 16, and 2.
So
Still winning.
winning by a hair here, but I think the all dog race to 15 could be the way we start playing these rounds moving forward. And granted, we may have to release a new line of shirts, but it's on the tip.
And like Schwarzenegger, you don't trust the machines, man.
All right,
you don't
we-
trust the machines.
We're doing it again. We got to eat food soon, guys. All right,
Yes, starving.
we might have one more to talk. All right, so we know FDU is playing Florida Atlantic. I don't see a number yet for
Let's
this
just
one.
go K-State, Kentucky.
Okay, then we'll go. You don't want to talk about the game?
No, there's
any-
no line.
Okay.
We can buy time too.
No, I think people want to talk
All
about
right,
that,
give it out.
Buy time. Go with the game with the line.
This game is
All right,
all- yeah.
six seed Kentucky taking on
Oh, they hit a 3. We're going to overtime. I
Kentucky,
think.
the
Don't make
6 seed.
this. Don't make this.
Kentucky, the 6 seed, taking on Greensboro or taking on Kansas State, the 3 seed in Greensboro, North Carolina. -1 for Kansas State, -115 on the money line. Kentucky -105, 145.5 is the total. And just for clarification, generally we like the dog to be plus odds when we declare it as a dog. This is an easy play on Kansas State. I think we went with our heart and not our head in taking Ed Cooley and the boys. And they ran into a Kentucky team that was just a little bit more athletic than them.
Well, and I'll pick up off that. Like I'm with you. Our Providence bias was probably too much, but I'm actually going to go Kentucky because I like what I've seen out of this Kentucky team. And Kentucky, like a couple other teams, they were like right on the edge. Like kind of to me, honestly, Kentucky is kind of like Duke. Like I wanted to see their first game in the tournament, and then when I saw that first game, I'm like, shit, yeah, they're. You know what? I maybe put them in the fade pile, and I should have put them in the ride pile. And I'm going to make that correction here. I'm going to take Kentucky and the point. Colby, what are you doing?
I'm taking Kansas State here. I think Kansas State is a team that's capable of winning it all. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to win it
I'm going
all.
to fade that.
Keontae Johnson's one of the best players in college basketball, and he's going to, for everything Oscar Tshiebwe can do offensively, Keontae Johnson can too. And then when you add Marquise Noel, and to me, the real X factor is Jerome Tang, who was an assistant at Baylor for 20 years, won a national championship there.
Know when to come.
I think Jerome Tang might actually have the coaching advantage in this game. And give me the Wildcats. I mean, the K-State Wildcats, I should say.
Oh, nice job. Back-to-back Wildcat on Wildcat rounds.
Yes.
TCU scores with 2 seconds left.
I just won $12.
And Sean,
They don't cover.
That's half of the Big 12 into the next round.
One buzzer beater.
real quick, you do have to. In fairness, if you had taken the spread, you would. Not only do you not get the $12 you won, you don't get the money that you bet back as well. So the machine,
that's how it works.
the machine was just trying to hook the Dant base up, I believe.
Another one bites the dust, guys.
right.
Another one bites the dust.
Wait, did FAU win?
yeah.
What?
All right, I'm looking.
Oh
through my
wow.
tickets.
Okay. Well, now we don't have to explain anything further. So I still don't see a line for FDU, Florida Atlantic. I might be looking to play them. They looked surprisingly under or equal match.
Yeah.
And then it looks like Miami will take on we don't have a winner yet, but Indiana looking like they're going that way.
And folks, we post our picks every day. SportsGatheringPodcast.com.
Download the app.
Yeah.
SGPN in the App Store.
And we're gonna get TCU and Gonzaga, which that's a really interesting matchup.
Mac, what do you like? Kentucky, Kansas State. You got to play here.
Yep, K-State. Once again, everybody's sleeping on the guards, just like at Baylor. Everybody would like Santa Barbara and Montana State. Get that out of here. Bears, Wildcats, moving on again. Let's go.
Noah, how say you?
I'm retweeting everything Colby said. I've been all over this Kansas State team all year. I like them here over Kentucky.
See it?
Hey, he's retweeting what you said, Colby. I like that.
No, I'll slip you that 100 later. Right?
All right, let's close it out with a lock and a
TCU
dog for the Sunday plays. Kramer, what do you got? What's a lock and a dog?
Not a ton to pick from. So obviously Creighton. I'll be like Noah and tout Creighton as my dog. Although I think you're probably going to see me come out with a little FDU love. I'm gonna why I didn't parlay the two schools from Jersey on the money line. In hindsight, that would have been fun. So instead, I'll do it in the second round and lose my money. Cool. Fade the commandment trend.
So you're taking Creighton on your dog.
Creighton for my dog. Lock.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Sean's in a rush now. My lock is going to be fading what I think you guys will be on, and Michigan State. Give me Marquette.
Marquette -3. You're right, Ryan. For my lock, I'm going to take
Joke's on you if we're going to be doing a little lock fighting here. I've already taken my sword vitality.
Unsheath your sword, swordvitality.com, promo code SGPN, and make sure, come on, some of you guys, get the sword vitality. Here's the thing. If you don't order sword vitality, they'll go away. So you only have yourself to blame if you don't get any of the more sweet sword vitality reads. It's up to you guys if you want the sweet-ass sword vitality reads. They're a fan favorite. All right, so for me, my lock, give me UConn. -3.5. Easy money.
Chalk is in the air.
Yeah, well, you know, Colby, like,
I didn't know if you to be a snorkeler.
I'm deep diving.
Do you want to borrow this thing over
Give
here?
me Michigan State.
Sean, I don't think it would be safe for you to go underwater right now. I'll be honest.
No, I might.
Let's just keep you above ground.
Give me Michigan State on the money line for my dog.
And
I had them winning their region.
And
how's that for a snorkeling?
You also can't, and you also can't drive your jet ski hot tub around either right now.
Hey, CJ Rogers.
No, because I'm deep in Michigan State.
CJ Rogers says, "Will you guys come to my bachelor party?"
Oh,
Who's CJ Rogers?
He's in the chat and he says, "Will you guys come to my bachelor
Where's
party?"
your bachelor party?
Where's your bachelor party, CJ?
What's he looking for? Like some entertainment?
We'll do a live show for
Yeah. How many snorkelers do you have at
You
your
need an
after
extra guy
bachelor
to
party?
just like lurk around your
All right,
bachelor party.
Here's
Yeah,
what
sure.
I'm thinking. We'll all take a little sword vitality before we show up, and we'll do a little SGP themed
Here's the thing.
erotica.
If you go to swordvitality.com, promo code SGPN, order that. I will do whatever I can to make it happen to come to your bachelor party.
Watch what you say. You
I
might
don't know
live in-
where. I don't know where you live.
You might live in like New Delhi or some
Colby.
shit.
I don't know where you live. We'll
Colby.
figure it out.
He already forgot FAU won the game. He's not. Don't worry about what he's saying. Right now.
All right, look.
FAU won?
I'm assuming you want my dog and my lock.
Yes, give
well,
it to
look, folks. I know I gave you a Final Four that now has 2 teams left. All right, not one.
That's when you know you're a good. That's
TCU
when you know you're a good college basketball analyst.
TCU
when
and
your
Houston.
when your two
The
Final
Texas
Four get
two-step.
knocked out in the first.
The Texas two-step is alive and well. And if you remember, if you've been listening to the college basketball experience for a while, I got a future on TCU to win the Natty. We're alive. TCU, we didn't cover this game, but I know Kramer will have this TCU as a dog. TCU is going to beat Gonzaga in Denver, Colorado on Sunday. So mark me down as that as my dog, because it's going to be like a 4 or 5 point spread. I know it. And the lock, Pitt +5. Get out of here. Pitt +5. I'm sorry, Mac. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Pitt?
You're holding on that
Pitt,
wall.
AK say Mac. What do you got?
You know, after the first round, the cream rises to the top.
Yes.
Cinderellas, you like to fade the Cinderellas. You want to fade
Kick him down the
You
flight
want to
of
fade
stairs.
Prince in it. You want to fade that
rid
sorry
of
ass
those
school in
whores.
Pittsburgh. Lock up Sean Miller in his Super Bowl. This is his alma mater. Give me the Musketeers. Boom, boom, boom. We don't have that soundbite on this show. And for my dog, give me TCU. I'm with you. We don't have a line out. They're going to beat the Zags.
Shout out to Ryan, rocking the Shady Rays and the snorkel at the same time. YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast.
I will tell you, projected Florida Atlantic -19, Gonzaga -4.
There you go. So take TCU right there with that. And Mack, I respect.
Know what he got? Locking the dog.
All right. All 4 of my Final Four teams are alive, and I'm
Yes.
going with my lock is Creighton +1. My dog is Michigan State. Both of them in my Final Four.
Love it.
I respect Mack's commitment to the Big 12. It reeks of a Kevin Spacey apology, but let's go on, right?
So let me
He's
ask,
not,
Let's do some
he
analytics.
just
here.
got to turn it around.
let me ask you this real quick before we get out of here and go eat dinner because I'm fucking hungry right now. FDU catching 19 against Florida Atlantic.
What?
Wait, what?
That's a lot of
That's
points.
that. I'm purely just pulling Ken Palm's projection.
Hold on. FDU is catching 19.
Fair dick, as you guys like to call them. Yep. Projected to catch 19. That's a really big number.
I'll take the points. I'll take the points there.
All right, let's get out of here and go eat, Sean. If you're ready. Only
Thank
if you're
you
ready.
for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Hey, make sure you subscribe, lock, rate it up, toss us a 5-star. We always appreciate it.
Can we clip that? Can we clip the
Did Florida Atlantic win?
I'm casual.
us a 5-star?
I'm casual, he says.
Imagine a business where you're just busting your balls of the ear of your boss the entire time. Imagine that. You're still a top performer in the company.
Yeah.
Great place to
Because he
be.
takes his sword vitality.
Yeah,
Thank
unsheath
you
your
for
sword,
participating
Colby.
in the Sports Gambling
Some
Podcast.
people have yoga rooms. We have a sword vitality room at the SGPN office.
we're gonna go
that
duel
guy we
some
saw
swords
earlier
right
today
now.
has one too.
Yeah.
Yes, that guy. He,
If you want to
Know when to con.
if you want a meditation room, some places offer that. Ours is a sword vitality.
we have a sword vitality room for Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, Zach the Money Green. He is Ryan.
Funny enough, even in corporate America, those rooms had tissues and lotion in them.
Kramer. Let it ride.